It's interesting to me that left tackle seems like the most important position on the field for right-handed quarterback. What would you trust right now in Carter? Never really taking a snap.
No, but he's going to get some pretty good players here every day. So right now, he's got a few things to clean up, but right now, I mean, he's doing a great job. Now, how he'll perform with 40,000 people in there at night, against different colored jerseys, we'll see. But there's only one way to get experience, and that's to play. But no, I have a lot of confidence in him. I have a lot of confidence in Carson Van Linen, and really, frankly, Carson's pushing him for that job.
What did Carter show you, in spring and now? Had you put him in the first year?
Well, I would have to go back a little further than that to really answer it, and that is, he was really a mistake player. I mean, I couldn't get him going in the right direction consistently, and we do some developmental scrimmages with those young kids after practice, and we did that all fall, and you could see him starting to come on, and that stuff really helped him a lot. And when we hit spring ball, he was like a whole different player, because I've said it to those guys since I got there. I've said it in my room. He has the most natural ability, not only as a left tackle but as a lineman. He has more ability, raw ability, than anybody in the building. And it was just a matter of him deciding to. Me being up his ass enough and him deciding to do it, and that's starting to take hold. So,
raw ability mean by anybody on the team, not just on the offensive line?
Well, I mean, he's 320 pounds. He's explosive. He's got great feet. He's got great initial quickness. So, I mean, he can change direction. He can run. Yeah, he's pretty damn good.
You said Carson Van Lin's pushing him. What does Carson do well?
Carson is really kind of a multi-position player, and he can play right and left, and I think Carter can too. But Carson is the same type of athlete, and maybe just a touch slower, but not much. But Carson Van Lin has great length and has great feet. He understands what we're doing, and he's pushing the position for sure.
Is there anyone else in that, in that second or third group that's kind of pushing those guys in the first, like Carson?
Well, I think Jake Cradle's a guy you have to mention there. I think Brandon Ford's a guy you got to mention. I think Nolan Ulizio is doing a really good job at right tackle. Jerry Drake has improved immensely. I don't know that he's really pushing him, but Jerry Drake, I've got a lot of confidence in Jerry from an assignment standpoint and a mental standpoint. We just got to clean some things up with him physically, but Chase Brown has improved a ton. So all of those kids are fighting for spots, really. But I would say, the biggest battle to me would be Carson, and then Cradle, either as a center or as a guard. And I've had to train him at both, because I need three centers.
Mentioning kind of multi-positions, Gabe kind of played a little bit of tackle last year, and you guys kind of have him, it looks like, at right guard a little bit this year.
Yeah, I rolled Gabe in. I played Gabe at left tackle. Last year he played, for us in practice, he played right tackle, left tackle, and right guard. And I put him at right guard in practice, really kind of looking toward this year. Now, before we got Ulizio, I thought he would be the right tackle, and then Nolan's done a good job, and and I like how Gabe's playing in there. He's smart, he's extremely tough, and he does everything right. So I like what he brings me in there.
With this being your second year here now, Dave, I mean, how much more well-entrenched and well-versed do your players seem with what you want to teach them, and with the way that you kind of operate things? I mean, how much more comfortable or familiar do they seem?
Well, we've tried to develop a certain culture in that room, and of trust, of discipline, of pride, of mental toughness, and grit, toughness. Consistent preparation, and the kids have really, they bought in. The seniors that we had up there last year really bought in, and these kids have too. And when we hit spring ball, this year, day one, I mean, I felt like it was December. Like they were completely locked in, and so they get it. They completely understand it, and so to answer the question, really well.
How are your, I think you have two freshmen, Liam and Matt, how are they adjusting?
Both of those kids are doing a good job. I really like, Liam Dick really has played left tackle his entire life. I moved him to the right. He struggled there a little bit at first, but he's starting to figure it out. And I mean, when you do everything left-handed for so long, going right-handed, is a kind of a foreign deal. But he's figuring that out, and I wanted to look at Consalves on the left, and I really like him. Both of those kids just need to learn how to play with better effort. But from a mental standpoint and technical standpoint, both of them are doing a really good job in terms of trying to pick things up and make it right.